Hello, dear friends. I hope you're doing really well. We're going to read only 2 verses today, but very important verses is Deuteronomy 21, 22, 23. So, this chapter we have read different laws. This one, in a way, has to do a little bit, I don't know, with the first one in this chapter, but let's see. It says, if a man has committed a sin worthy of death, and he is put to death, and you hang him on a tree, his corpse shall not hang all night on the tree, but you shall surely bury him on the same day, for he who is hanged is accursed of God. So that you do not defile your land, which the Lord your God gives you as an inheritance. So, these only 2 verses, but it's very meaningful, dear friends. Now, obviously, Moses is talking to Israel now in Deuteronomy, but more than 1,000 years later, I don't know how many more years later, somebody is gonna die on a tree, like that. I mean, I'm pretty sure in Deuteronomy, God means like anybody that's usually like hang on a tree, from from the neck, but somebody else is gonna die on a tree, hanging from his hands and feet, and that's Jesus Christ. And it's shocking, to read what's here and to understand what happened to Jesus Christ, the eternal Son of God, eternal God. It's very shocking because Jesus Christ, he never sinned. He is God. He's perfect, eternal God. He's perfect Son of God, right? But he came to this world because he's eternal. He always existed because he's God. But when he decided, when it was time for him to come into this world as a man, he knew what he was coming for. That was the only way he could reconcile God, perfect God, with humanity. Because God cannot be around sin, dear friends, and we are sinful. We have inherited a sinful nature. All of us, we're sinners. So Jesus came, eternal God came, became man, he as a man, human man, and he carried all the sins of humanity on the cross. And when he did that moment that he carried the sins of humanity on the cross, he became accursed of God. Can you believe that? I mean, it's so bad to be hung on a tree. Something so bad, it's a curse of God that the body of the man that's hung on a tree, they have to remove it before nighttime. It's so bad for the land, to be hung on a tree. It's a curse of God. It's really bad, the worst thing. But Jesus, being perfect, he did that for us. The one that was supposed to receive that was us for our sins. But he died on our place. He died on our place. And he paid for our sins on the cross. And if we believe in Jesus Christ and what he did on the cross, and who he is, that he's eternal God, and that he rose 3 days later, we're saved, right? So, what a wonderful thing. Who does that, dear friends? Who saves us from our death sentence? All of us, we have a death sentence with God. And who pays for that sentence? Only Jesus Christ. Tell me, all the people that are on jail on a death sentence, who pays for the death sentence? Nobody, dear friends. Nobody's going to pay for the death sentence of anybody. But God is such a loving God, gracious God, that he gives us the opportunity that if we believe in who Jesus is and what he did on the cross, that he carried our sins, he paid for our sins, and he became, for that moment in the cross, he became accursed to God. Can you believe that? But he paid for our sins on the cross. So if we believe him and what he did and that he rose 3 days later, he resurrected 3 days later, we are saved. This is the biggest act of love. It's so big that I don't know if I could ever understand it, Who does that? Only a loving God, and that's Jesus Christ. So I'm going to stop here, and hopefully we can continue next week. Bye-bye.